Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolours in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board. Click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. Hi everyone, welcome to my studio. Diane here. I hope everyone's well. Today we are going to have a quick look at how to draw birds, and I'm going to do a cute bird painting for you in a second. But before I start doing the painting, I just want to show you some examples of birds that I've done over the last little while and talk about how to actually draw them, because I think it's quite important, and not only is it important, but it's also fun to be able to draw your own birds. So let's just have a quick look at some of these pictures that we've done. These are all videos that we have, tutorials on the channel that you can take a look at and get some ideas from. All of these are tutorials that I've already done, so they're all out there. I thought I'd start with this one because this is silhouettes and it's of crows. And in order to draw these crows, all I did was literally to draw an oval like that. And then near the top, you pop in the beak, you pop in an eye, and then you add the tail and the feet. And it's as simple as that. That is absolutely as simple as it is. But the things you have to be careful of is that the beak should be small in proportion to the body, and that it should be near the top of the head. A lot of people put them far too far down. I'm sure I can find one as an example later where I've made that mistake. So basically what you have is an oval and a circle overlapping, and you can put those ovals and circles in different relationships, and that will give you different shapes of bird, and that's the basic fundamental thing about a bird. And then the legs, a lot of people make the mistake of always sitting their birds with their feet showing and no leg. But if you want a cute bird, you're going to go for something like this, where the legs are actually extended. And here's another thing to notice. They're closer together when they're at the body end than they are when they're on the branch they're standing on. So there's always a kind of splay like that, always. And that is also a cute thing. And then the eye is always on the same line as the beak, just above the point of the beak there. And the beak, it doesn't just go like that. The beak is really a diamond shape like that. All right, and as soon as you add the top and the bottom of the head, you get a bird of some sort. And that looks like a gull, because this is quite long and low. And if it's this kind of bird, it's like that. That looks like a crow or something like that. It has a line in the middle as well. Immediately you've got a bird. I hope that's helpful. So yeah, these are ones I did before. This is chickadees, which I did lots of different poses, and you can try, doing one from behind, one from the side. Don't forget their wings. Yeah, have a look back at some of these videos. You can go for anything from a very realistic shape like this, where everything is in the right place and it's correctly proportioned, all the way through to things like these invisible birds. No, these ones, which are absolutely completely made up, or these ones, which are completely made up as well. So, but they're still all got the oval and the circle. So let's have a go at drawing some, shall we? But first, I want to tell you briefly about Skillshare, who are sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning platform with thousands of great classes to choose from. The great thing about Skillshare for me is that once I've become a member, I can take as many classes as I want with no extra payment to make. My membership of Skillshare is helping me make interesting videos for my channel. The class I want to recommend this month is by Ashwini and is called Watercolour Birds and Florals. And when I'm not working on the channel, I can find classes to help with my hobbies, which include knitting and crochet, sewing, upcycling furniture, cooking and writing. And you can prioritise your self-care and wellness too by using Skillshare. There really is something for everyone. There are so many reasons to join Skillshare, starting with the 1-month free trial you get if you use the unique link in the description below. All Skillshare classes are ad-free and there are new classes every week, plus the whole catalogue is now available with subtitles in several languages. I've put links to some of the classes I've enjoyed recently in the description below, and I encourage you to use the unique link which gives the first 1,000 viewers a whole month free on Skillshare. And now, let's get started. So here we have a little bird. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'm going to go over it and I'm going to show you how I did it. So you draw a circle like that. And then wherever you want the head to be, you can either draw another circle overlapping like that, or just a half circle like that. And then you need your eraser, because once you've got those two things there, you're going to need to rub out that line. Then you're going to come down here, join those two circles, and then at the back here, join those two in a curve. And then you have the bird shape. Then from the back of that circle, take the tail up. Choose how wide you want it. It can be from any width at this point on his back, but best thing to do is to make it, that sort of proportion, so about 1/4 of the length of his body, and then come up, and you can do anything you like there because you're making it up. Now then the beak goes here, and if you want to, you can make it more realistic by bringing it in like that into the actual head. And notice the eye is always close to the beak, a long way down, and you can make it bigger if you want. You can give him more expression by making the eye larger. And then if you want him to stand up, put his legs close together and then just do a couple of feet, a couple of feet with a couple of claws on it like that. You can put 1 or 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. So there we are, there's that bird. If you want to have one facing you, you do the same thing. You're going to draw a circle like that. Another circle here, I'll just draw the top of it like that. And then you connect by joining there. Then you're going to get rid of that part of the circle that you've used to construct your bird. You're going to put his tail up here, or you can put the tail down if you want. That also is fine. So let's put that one down, just to show that it is perfectly possible. Put his beak, his eyes, his wings, just as he's going to fly away, and you could put his tail down here like that, his legs like that. So that's another one. Then we have this one here, and this one, because he's kind of a little bit taller, a little bit stretched out, we're starting with an oval like that, and then we're putting again a half circle on top like that. Get rid of that joining bit because that's confusing. Tail running up the back, beak here. You can point the beak up like that, or you can point it down. The thing is to just play around with them. Get rid of that there because you don't want an indentation there. It goes fairly smooth down the front and fairly smooth at the back. And in fact, some people do the birds just by making just one oval like that, putting a beak on there, an eye here, and the two legs like that. And that's also fine, but you can see why it's an oval, because it's a circle with another circle on top. So you can go anywhere from that all the way through to something more realistic, like these ones here, for example, which you can paint to make them actually look like real birds. So I'm just trying out something on this paper here. I've just sketched these two in with a pen, with what do you call it, dry liner, and I'm just going to play around a bit. I'm looking for a palette. Here we go. This is Bauhong paper. Which is quite rough. And the thing is, it's so easy to get hung up, but just put the outlines in and then just do some scribbling and see what happens. You never ever know. And I'm not very good at planning anything, actually. Least of all my drawings. They have to evolve for me. And I'm not pretentious about this, it's just a fact. And just need to see what happens. I'm going to put some flowers in, I think. I'm not quite sure what colour to do them, so sort of light brown, sort of. And we need some green, obviously, as well. So some green leaves in. Maybe we'll just do this. A dark greenish grey colour, perhaps not quite that dark. Just green. And put some petals in here for these flowers. I'm using a Drawwell Maestro brush here, which is, I usually use the Drawwell Golden, but this is quite nice. It's a slightly better, very slightly better brush. This will all dry lighter, remember, so you have to strengthen the colour up a little bit. Put a few more leaves in. And then I'm going to come in with the pen again and I can get it to work. Just outline the leaves. quite rough paper. Might make the eye a little bit bigger here, perhaps. Not much. I think I might have to look for another pen. What do you think? It's 0.5, I've probably worn it out. Or maybe I just left it with its lid off. This is 0.3, yeah, that's better, I think. Yeah, maybe this paper doesn't like... Okay. Try the 0.8. All right, well, I think we'll leave it at that. If you make a mistake like that because you haven't painted on a particular kind of paper before, don't worry. This Bao Hong stuff is pretty good at accepting corrections. So just take that off and then just come in with a little bit more colour there like that. And I didn't finish that there. A little bit of brown for the legs. The beak. Maybe. Just strengthen up the back a little bit on the birds. You have to be a little bit careful about adding things when you think it's okay, but so you might spoil it. But okay, so we'll just let those little birds dry. So there we are, that's the final painting. I've just rubbed out the pencil lines and let it dry, and I think that's quite cute, make a nice card. And also, of course, if you want to do a bigger painting with more birds, you can just incorporate little ones like this with no trouble whatsoever. The colours I used are the Viviva watercolour pans. They're in a kind of cork palette here, which is really, really light. It only weighs a couple of ounces. Quite portable, really. I think you might want to put it into a box or something if you're going to carry it around with you. But this is incredibly powerful paint. It's really good. Not very expensive. You can get it online from their shop, and I'll put a link in the description below. And as I said also, I was using this brush, which is a Drawwell Maestro, which is the better quality one than the red ones, which I normally use, which are also very good. There's not very much difference. The black one there, it does hold about 20% more water, I would say, so you can go on for longer with it. But there we are. So if you like this, give us a like and subscribe, please, if you wouldn't mind, that would be great. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Don't forget, you can get sketches of this and all the other videos for free on our website, dianeantone.com, so do pop on over there and say hi. So I'll let you go now, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.